I left my friend's house while she was drunk. I was at my friend's house, we will call her Danny, for a Friday the 13th party. I was aware there were going to be some drinks there, and I was prepared to be the one to take care of the other drunken teenagers. As I was going to be driving myself home the next day, I was sleeping over at her house. My boyfriend was there, and he's a very anti-drug/alcohol person. And I, too, am not much of an alcohol user due to trauma from alcohol abuse from my father. But Danny's mother would let a few of the other friends there have some shots that were provided. The night was going well, and we enjoyed speaking to the adults. Once my boyfriend left, only me and our other friend, 15, Jay, were the only sober people in the house. Let's just say Danny isn't the best drunk to be around. Danny had invited a boy to the party, 17, who seemed okay until later in the evening. This boy shook hands with everyone and said hi other than to our friend Jay, who is African American. To which Jay brought up to me. We brushed it off and tried to move on. Later in the night, Danny had gotten absolutely wasted and couldn't hold in all her feelings. I was prepared for that as I had cared for her at a previous party she had been drinking at. Throughout this breakdown, she had let out some things about the boy she invited, such as him being the father of a 2-year-old girl and having 4 strikes for a DUI in one state and 3 in another. A couple years prior, Danny had lost her father in a motorcycle accident where the driver was drunk and hit him, killing him immediately. Danny has been struggling with her father's death ever since. While Danny was drunk, she had let out this information about this guy and continued to make excuses for his actions, saying he was a good guy and only drank to cope with his depression. I snapped after trying to keep calm and help her and yelled, "He may be a good guy, but he is not fit for being a father, and he is clearly not a good guy if he feels it's okay to drink and drive and put people in danger." To which she responded with, "I told him I'd never get into the car with him if he had been drinking." I couldn't hold in my anger and yelled, "It's not just the people in the car, Danny. It's the other people on the road. It's people like him that led to your father's death." She just cried harder. At that moment, I just left the room and I ran upstairs to pack up my things. Jay had followed me, attempted to calm me down, and helped me grab my things. He looked at me and told me to drive safely as he helped me put my stuff in the car. I left and didn't tell Danny, which led her to have a panic attack. I got something there, so I returned and grabbed what I had left. People were telling me she needed me and panicked that I had left. I went upstairs and saw her crying, and I just hugged her and told her I loved her, and I left. I came home to my father drunk and passed out on the floor.